Hi everyone, it's Heather Miller here, the Mirror Image Stitcher. I'm coming to you today because I'm going on a road trip. I am going on a quilting retreat this weekend. I've actually left my house already. I've been driving for about an hour, but I'm here at our first stop. I have a couple of stops to make on the way. And this is my first stop. It is a sewing store in Medicine Hat, Alberta, and I'm stopping to get some new needles for my sashiko machine. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you where we're going in. All right, everyone. This is my first purchase. So I went in and I got the needles for this sashiko machine. They only had one package, so I believe it's just one needle in there. And this is what I paid for it. $16 Canadian. They're not cheap, these ones. The other thing that I did buy is I bought this threader. What it does is when you want to change the needle in your machine, this helps hold it up in place as you tighten the screw. And I'm having more trouble with that, and so I'd like to give this thing a try. And I have paid $9 for that. So it come to about $26. We have GST here in Canada, goods and services tax. I don't have to pay any provincial sales tax in Alberta, but I do have to pay GST. So there's my first purchase. Okay, next stop is a quick bathroom break. And then I think I'm going to go into this liquor store and I'm going to get a little something for in the evenings after sewing is all done. Okay, so this is what I'm going to have in the evenings maybe for the next 3 days. I got some Okanagan Harvest Pear flavor. It's an apple cider, and the Harvest Pear is my favorite. And I also picked up this black cherry. And it's nice there in cans, because if I don't drink it all, I can just take it home. And this is what I have packed up in the back of the car. This has all my sewing notions. Anything, scissors, rotary cutters, anything I need is in there. And then I have 2 bags full of different projects and my sewing supplies, that kind of thing. This is some food that I have we brought some of our own food for the weekend. And there's the sewing machine. All right, let's carry on. I also picked up in the convenience store an egg salad sandwich. I didn't really have a great lunch. It's about 11:30 and I have about an hour's worth of driving before I get to the resort. So I thought I would have, rather than chips and chocolate bars or anything, I would have something a little bit healthier and go for the egg salad sandwich. All right, everyone. Well, we have made it to Maple Creek, Saskatchewan. We have driven about 65 kilometers east of Medicine Hat along the Trans-Canada Highway, and then left the Trans-Canada and headed south for about 8 kilometers. So that's like 35 miles and then another 11 miles. So more or less kind of thing. So here we are in Maple Creek, Saskatchewan, and we are going to go to the Mercantile. It is a store. It's a quilting store run by 2 ladies and their mom, although I think their mom is quite elderly and doesn't come into the store anymore, but it's run by 2 women, and it's very old-fashioned. Like they have an old-fashioned like register and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go in. I'll show I'm going to take some footage going up to the building, but then I'm going to stop. I'm going to go in, ask that I can video first, and then I'll do some video for on the inside. Okay, let's go see. So here's the Main Street Mercantile. And yeah, let's go in and say hi. I've taken the audio out of all of the footage that I did in the store. The ladies didn't want me to video them or anything, which is reasonable. So I'm just going to do this overlay. This is when you walk into the store, a lot of pre-cuts right at the front door. These are, just little notions I'm trying to get there. It's behind where they cut. Here is the front of the store. That's the window we looked at from the outside. That's a stand that's got a bunch of books in it. This is embellishments, buttons. You can see some English paper piecing at the bottom. This is the cash register I was talking about. It's got little mini charms in the drawer. It's quite cute. This is just, this is on the right-hand side of where they cut fabric. A lot of just various notions and that kind of stuff, zippers. If you go down this way, this is all their journaling, like for paper crafting and stuff, like making things antique, paper antique, that kind of thing. And then there's a whole bunch of, on the right-hand side there, of pre-cuts. I don't remember if I give you a better picture, but this is all that paper journaling and stuff, junk journaling. This is another stand at the store with some pre-cuts right there, the little cage. I thought that was cute. This is the other half, or see the wall from the other side, from where the book stand was, notions. The pre-cuts there were on the right and from the junk journaling, and it's kind of an L-shaped, and there's more stuff back here where you can see. It's a small town, and so these ladies carry almost every craft that you could possibly think of. They've got it. So that's pretty nice to have access to stuff like that in a small town, those types of supplies. And then they have knitting, crocheting. So this is a wall of needles and such. And then across there's the DMC, and then there's a bunch of yarn there that they carry. Just different stuff. I like the little bubble gum, and it's filled with buttons. And just some samples. Yeah, it's really cute. It was a very cute store. Okay, this is the haul. That was a panel. This is another set of panels and fabrics. It is Michael Miller fabric and is called Happy Pie Season. I just could not resist the falling leaves, the whole ambience of it being autumnal, and man, here it is. And I can't wait to make something with this. All right, well, we're here at the Cypress Hills Interprovincial Park. This is a provincial park that lies, half of it lies in Alberta and the other part of it lies in Saskatchewan. And so I am just going to be going into the office, just where I showed you there, that white building, because I have to buy a park pass for the days that I'm going to be here from Thursday till Sunday. So let's go in and get that done. Okay, and this is the last side of my car. I got the buns and I've got my dry goods for, I'm making a soup for some of our suppers, and I've got some treats in there to put on the snack table. Okay, that's everything loaded onto the cart. Actually, it's not bad this year. It could be way worse. I've had many years where I practically packed my whole sewing room into here, but we did better this year. Okay, so this is the front entrance to the townhouse that we're staying at. Funny enough, my brother-in-law is the head maintenance here at the resort. He's telling me this, all the decks are brand new from this year. Now I am going to do a little tour here. I have to get that cart back right away because they only have a couple, I think. So this is the entrance. Actually, I'm going to back it up a bit. There we go. Okay. And it's tiny. They are a year-round resort, and so you can go skiing here. There's a ski hill close by. So very tiny little kitchen, but it'll do. I plan to do lots of quilting and not very much cooking. Little table, there's the bathroom. I can't remember if there's one upstairs or not. I'll have to check. But it's a nice little living room. Now, Scott also said this was brand new. I might do a bit more. Oh, here. Yeah, I'll do a bit more, but he said the decks are brand new this year as well. That's a nice view. You can see the lake. Wow. This is nice this year. They do have a fireplace because sometimes it's pretty cold. Like this is actually high enough elevation. I could come and have snow here. So, and then I'll just take you upstairs quick. Now, please forgive me. This is the first time I've ever done a vlog type situation with my channel. And so I don't know how steady this is going to be. And I may not do it again if it's going to be too shaky for people. So little sitting room, and it looks like, where's the light? Where is the light? I can't find it right off the bat. Anyway. Okay. So it's, oh, there's the wall light. All right. Okay. And then this is a master room. I'll leave this for Crystal. She can go here. And actually, it has a little opening here where you actually can go down into the living room down there. And you can see. So, yeah. It's a nice little spot. Okay, I've got things kind of moved in. There's my coffee cup I need to wash. There's another cup there for like cold drinks. I made a banana bread for us. This particular one doesn't have any chocolate in it. I prefer banana bread without chocolate. So that one's for us. And I brought the soup pot because I wasn't sure what they were gonna have. This, if I can get that glare off of there, this is Mitchell's Soup Company, the Fog Pea Soup Mix. So you just dump it all in, add water. I am going to fry up some onion and put that in. And then I have one other ingredient from the fridge. This is our buns for different sandwiches. This is the banana bread that I'm going to take over to, I'm going to cut up first and then take over. It's got chocolate chips in it. These are my two other snacks I'm going to put on the snack table. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of these. I don't even know if I know how to pronounce it properly. Stroopwafels. It's a Dutch thing, and I don't even know how to describe it. They're so good. And then I got some individually packaged trail mix to take. And then I've got the fridge. All right, so I got a couple of different mixes here. I got some London Fog, some green tea matcha. There's some silk almond for coffee. There's my evening beverages, some juice, and here's milk to mix. I have a really hard time with lactose, so it's lactose free. There's some other cold coffee I can make another drink with, and then some cold foam. I've never had this. This just showed up in our grocery store not too long ago. So I'd like to try that. So I got looking at all of this and I'm like, I plan to do a lot of consuming of fluids this weekend. There's a lot here. It's half filled with fluids. Eggs for the morning, some dip for veggies. There's some bunch of veggies in the bottom, and then there's the ham for the soup. All right, let's go get set up the sewing. Okay, the car is unpacked and we're just gonna head. That over here is the door to our townhouse. And then just right over here is the entrance to the main building. So it's maybe 125 yards. So, but it is gorgeous out here today. Like I said, it's like being in the mountains. They get a ton of snow. Today's the 23rd of October and it can be snowed in already by this time, but we have absolutely gorgeous weather right now. Alrighty, it is about 4:30 on Friday, and it's time for me to make up this soup. So I'm going to be cutting up the onion and frying it up a bit, and then adding all the other ingredients with the ham and making a soup for our supper tonight. Well, it's 11:50 at night, and I got one project done. 6 placemats and a table runner, and I'm super happy about that. I'm just showing you a bit of the outside, and yep, I'm coming in, and I'm gonna shut off the light. Have my adult beverage, and yeah, good night. Hey everyone, it's Saturday morning, give or take, about 9:30ish in the morning. I just come out onto the deck just to get some fresh air. I actually slept in. I didn't fall asleep till after like 3 o'clock in the morning, so I slept in, but I'm up now, and I'm gonna go get myself some coffee, and I have some muffins, and then carry on with the day. But I just thought I would come out here and say hi. Today is my last day. I'm going to be tomorrow morning I have to pack up. I normally would be able to sew until 2 o'clock tomorrow, but my husband has an archery trade show to go to that he wants me to come with him. So and that's a 6-hour drive. So I have a 2.5 hour drive home, and then a 6+ hour drive up to Edmonton for this. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go and enjoy my last day doing some sewing. I've been working a lot on my older projects, things I wanted to get done, but you know, I've eaten my vegetables today. I'm gonna play with some new fabric today. So okay, see you later. Okay, I just thought I would go over some of the equipment that I brought with me, what a person might want to bring to a quilting retreat. This is a mat, cutting mat. It's by 18 by 12. It's quite small, but if you can see over on that table right there, I have a great big gigantic mat that I can use. That's also an ironing station that we can use. These are the tables that me and Crystal have. This is just some extra fabric. These are the 2 rulers that I've brought. This is 8.5 by 12.5, and then 8.5 by 24.5. That's my rotary cutter. I do have a couple other ones if I was going to end up cutting paper or something. I do use different ones for foundation paper piecing. Specifically, this one's just for fabric. And this is a pair of scissors. They are left-handed. I'm left-handed. And I do have several other pairs. I would use these on paper if I had to, but I do have other ones that are just for fabric. That's just some of my batik stuff. This here is a wool mat, and it helps with pressing. So I've brought that. If I can figure out how to move this. This was, it's quilted mat. I've actually got it folded in half, but I won this at this quilt retreat a number of years ago. So I just have it there to protect the table. And this is called a clapper, and it's a wooden item. And what you do is you press your seam, and then you put this on top and just hold it there for a few seconds, and it helps absorb the heat and makes the seam flatter. This here is my pin cushion that I made. It's a cross stitch little item, and I made that. Snips. These are the threads that I've brought. Just had an assortment. I've just been putting them let's see, sorry, the glare, there's a glare. There's just assortment of browns and some off-whites and kind of a gray green, kind of. That's a tiny little iron that I've been using with this Pajagi project that I'm doing. I just have it right beside me and I can, there's a lot of pressing. This is just an extra lamp that I've got. This is my sewing machine. There's my other thread, the pale threads. Over here, this is a little bit of an extra light that I put on my sewing machine. Let me turn it on. And it just provides some extra light. Okay, I got some hand cream. This is non-greasy. It's really great. My husband actually got it for me. It's kind of like this Gojo is something you'd see like in a mechanic shop or something. They make other products that get rid of grease and stuff on your hands, but this is actually a really good cream. There's my starch spray, so I'm just using that. Good old box of Kleenex, coffee mug, water jug, and these are actually my cross-stitch glasses. I can see better out at the bottom and see far away from the top, and so that's super handy. This is a container that I have all of my notions in. Anything that I would require, extra blades, like all of that kind of stuff, just marking things, any of that kind of stuff. That's washi tape if I need to mark certain spots on a ruler. Some hand sewing equipment, and these are extra needles for my machine, and so on. This is wax if I had to do hand sewing, some hand cream stuff, and yeah, that's about it that's in there. Those are just, again, yeah, not too much else. And then some gloves at the back. I often use painter's tape to mark things, make a ledge, things hold things in place if I need to cut something that's long and I need to sort of tack down one end. That's just a container that I've got some of my finished projects and unfinished projects type of thing. I got a pair of shoes if I need for just walking around inside. There's just a container for extra stuff. That purple thing has pins in it, like safety pins, specifically for quilting if I wanted to pin-based 3 layers together. If I got a project, and if I got to that, I might have done that. And then there's just another container of my completed projects. So that's what I brought for this quilt retreat. Okay, so this is my quilty friend, Crystal, and she's been my partner in crime when I come to this, and at home she's my nurse friend and my quilty friend, and she's gonna show us and talk about some of the stuff she brought for the retreat.
Hi all, I'm glad you're here with us today. Do you know how hard it is to decide what to work on at a quilt retreat? So I'm packing for this retreat this week, and I'm trying to find everything in my sewing room to figure out what do I really want to work on. Well, at the end of the day, I decided that I was going to bring a multitude of projects. So I have a little boy quilt that has been sitting waiting for me to use this kit. I bought this here at this retreat probably 7 years ago, and it's still been sitting. So hopefully this afternoon I'm going to get to this. I brought a turning leaves wall hanging that, again, I bought a multitude of things from Sweet Material Things many years ago, and Sweet Material Things unfortunately is no longer, but this is one of the pieces that I bought at this retreat.
Just hold it up, Crystal, so I can see what the pattern looks like, so I can show them. Okay, perfect.
I brought, again, another project that I started working on here that I got really overwhelmed by, because look at all those hearts. but it's kind of fun to bring it and decide if I want to do it. On a positive note though, I did actually finish my bowl cozies yesterday, which have been sitting waiting for so many years for me to do.
That's awesome.
I worked on a little girl quilt that again, I started here a number of years ago. I decided that I needed to finish this, so it is now going to be finally ready for quilting.
Okay.
And look at that cute little ladybug.
Look at that little ladybug. It's appliqued on. She's got this really cool, what do you call that zigzag?
A raw edge applique stitch.
No, but oh, I can't remember what, you know, that pink.
Oh, yes, the bands, the applique bands.
And then that's Minky on the side. Okay.
Yes. So super excited to get that done. This morning, actually, I have just finished making my casserole caddy.
Nice.
So not quite done yet, but you have a 9x13 casserole. You set it in the center. You fold it over 4 sides. I'm not doing a very good job of this sitting like this, and then I'm going to put some handles on. You have a carry-in handle. And you end up with a really cute project that looks like this.
Yeah, and this was really cool because it was printed on the batting. So you actually used the lines on the batting to sew this together. And we didn't get a picture of that, but that was really cool. It was a kit.
Yes, and so the batting was June Taylor batting that had pre-printed lines, and it just makes it much easier. But you can use whatever fabrics you want in terms of how you do this.
Yeah.
So lots of options for coming to a quilt retreat. Join us next time.
Okay, thanks, Crystal. Hi everyone. Well, it's Saturday night. It's about 11 o'clock at night. I am all done sewing for the night and also for the weekend. I was working on the Pajagi window treatment, and I think I've got it almost basically complete. I just want to check the size at home before I put the last strip on at the bottom, just to make sure that it's not too long or too short. So I want to do that, but I feel it was really successful. I got 3 projects done. I was going to work on my new fabric today, but I did end up just working on that Pajagi whip, and I'm really glad I did. It feels good to have another one sort of checked off almost. I'm very close to the end, so I'm really glad I didn't start anything new. I'm just working on getting some other stuff wrapped up. So it was a really good day, and it was just so lovely to see familiar faces that have been coming for years with us, and a few friends that we've met that don't know other ladies here either. So there's a gal from Saskatoon and a gal from Calgary, and then with me and Crystal, the 4 of us, we chit chat a lot and whatnot, and so it's been really fun to catch up with them, see what they've been up to, and so on. So it's really been a lovely weekend. It's a little cooler tonight. The breeze is a little chilly. It did sprinkle a little bit earlier, just spit a bit, but no snow or anything. So hopefully, I think the weather's going to be fine for driving home tomorrow, and then quickly get rid of the dirty clothes and add some new clothes in and off to Edmonton. So it's been a very successful weekend. I've got all my stuff packed up. I've left it in the room for the night. I'll get up in the morning, have breakfast, pack up my personal stuff, then drive over, pack up bring the sewing machine and everything up, and off I go. So anyway, I hope this vlog has been really great for anyone who, was interested in watching. And I just want to thank everyone And it was a lot of fun to kind of capture different moments or think to stop and capture different moments. So it was really good. Anyways, you guys have a good night and a good sewing wherever you are, or cross stitching, whatever you plan on doing. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.